engaged for 2 years, but we dated for 7. Um, Towards the end of the engagement, there were just a lot of thoughts as far as if I was sure, security purposes, emotionally and futuristic finances, if it was a smart move to move forward.
When you say security, finances, things like that, anything specific that you were concerned about that made you recant your thought of getting married to your partner?
Yes, I would say, as far as leadership, and me feeling like I was masculine all the time, it just became a burden. So that's also a reason why I made the decision that I did to end the engagement. Just felt like a lot of pressure.
Now, you ended the engagement recently?
Yes.
How long ago?
Last year.
Last year, okay. So, all right. So that is something that I noticed too, because when at the beginning of our conversation, you mentioned that you were like the one that had to step up for your siblings and for your parents. Your father had passed away, and you had to step up. And then fast forward to your relationship with your now ex, you felt like you had to be like the masculine, the leader. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever express that to your partner? And then if you did, what was the response?
Yes, I did express that to my partner. I also mentioned that if we should get some therapy, because maybe we're talking to each other but not understanding what each other means. Because sometimes that can happen in communication, especially if you feel a certain type of way. You can talk to a person, but it doesn't mean they're going to understand or know where you're coming from.
All right. So was it met with, let's work on it? You offered therapy. So was it met with, okay, let's do therapy?
No, we didn't do therapy. So that was just, for me, I didn't feel like I should have been the one to get help for our relationship, because I've been doing enough. So if the therapy didn't happen, then I just felt like it was time to separate the relationship.
Now, there was something where you said you don't believe in 50-50, and you felt like you were giving more than what you were receiving. What does that mean?
I just hear a lot of podcasts and people on the internet talking about 50-50 relationships, and what each partner can bring to the table. I have a certain dynamic growing up because my father, if my mom didn't want to work, she didn't have to. But I understand in this economy, women can't just stay home. You need both incomes to make things work. But just the effort of trying, if you were working and that job wasn't necessarily working for you or our household dynamics, then you should go and find extra help to make sure we can sustain and get the things that we want.
Shame.